Om Namah Shivaya. I am Professor rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. I am a practitioner, astrologer, and astro researcher. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of making uh, this particular video or all the videos uh, or having the YouTube channel is to spread information. I am underlining the word information, not knowledge. You will listen to me, you will read by yourself, you will practice, then knowledge will automatically comes to you. So the views here are not pre-planned or not rehearsal. Whatever I think that this is what I'm going to say today, I just switch on the mobile video camera and I go on saying. So the setup you are looking at is quite normal. This is my chamber. This is my get-up always also whenever anybody is visiting to me. This is my get-up. So idea of saying is this. See, if you find little bit unprofessional way of producing these videos in a very reputed and popular medium like YouTube, so please pardon me for that. All I need is to say you something about astrology which I have read and gathered across my practice. And even if you don't find that this video is not up to mark, you can listen to my audio also. Anyway, so those are few things I must always say that the purposes and the way I am making the video for your information or the information of viewers. And I do not know that why people are preferring short videos and what is the duration of the short videos. I have no such idea. Personally, this is my view that to know astrology or to have some information about astrology, you should go for long videos. If you don't have time for that, then not possible. Long videos, I mean, say it is around half an hour, 1 hour, like that. Or else, what an astrologer can say within the time of 10 minutes. Even if it can be said, but better we can go for a long video so that viewers can download it and can listen to the video in installment. But if I'll keep the video itself small, then I may not able to give all the information. By the way, I don't have any such plan to make this video this length or that length. I can find that whichever time I am able to say you something valuable, I go on, and the time I feel I'm done, I pause the video. Sure. So anyway, so let's start. Today's topic is about marriage, and the other thing is separation, or you call it a divorce. It is actually a very miserable thing on my part to see that in the society now what is happening to the sacred institution like marriage. Divorce was never been a part of our society. There was nothing known as separation. You can take n number of examples. our gods and goddesses. Well, dual marriages were always there, but divorces were not there. So even kings used to have multiple wives, but separation was not there. The reason behind that is that in our patriarchal society, if you leave a lady, she will not have the dignity to survive. I mean, she used to don't have those dignity. So there is nothing called divorce in our culture. I don't know how it came into existence, possibly as an outcome. I'm repeating, possibly as an outcome of giving women some extra legal strength and protecting the uh, violence against women, which is absolutely righteous. I am in favor of that. But the idea should not be whether it is law or any social norms, I mean legal norms or social norms. The idea should not be separation for marriage, uh, which is known as divorce. So, if you look at the classics of astrology, you will not find many combinations where it is saying that these are the yogas for separation or divorce because these kind of institutions were not there at that time. Divorce is also an institution, you can say, single father, single mother. So, Parasara, or Maharshi Parasara, always used to say, Maitreya, his student, that apply the principles I am saying in the lieu of the time and space. So if you take that, there were citations like Bishakanya Yoga. Bishakanya Yoga is where one woman uh, is suffering from poverty and insecurities. Also have this torn clothes like that. This was mentioned, and I have written one research paper on that, namely Vishakanya Yoga, which was published in the Modern Astrology magazine, 2002, if I remember correctly. You can find it in my website www.rudramohapatra.in. So my website is also designed for that purpose so that you can download the research papers. However, recently for 1 year I failed to upload the recent researches. Anyway, so what kind of combination, planetary combination we can see for this kind of divorce? That is the main purpose. Marriage matching is done, 80% match, 90% match, but leading to separation in marriage. Please remember, whenever somebody is coming to you for marriage, the prediction for one, either it is the boy or the girl, will be overall 50%. If the boy chart is very good, showing that he has got a very good marital life, his chart is ensuring, but it is not 100%. You always have to see the chart of the partner. Normally, what we do in the Panchangas also, you will find the same thing are getting repeated, like Vivaha Dasamalika or Chhattis Gun matching. We match the qualities between the girl and boy so that we can see whether they are well compatible for each other. Essentially, there should be the second stage in current situation. I am repeating, essentially, marriage matching should be the second stage at current situation. So what should be the first is, please look for the seventh house, seventh lord, and the karaka for marriages are known as Venus and Moon in the chart first. See whether the boy or the girl has got a good seventh house or seventh lord. You can also see the same thing from Navamsa. See that where seventh lord is posited in which Navamsa. So, or whether even seventh lord is ill placed in the Navamsa. So there are many ways to look at Navamsa, like Rasitulya Navamsa. You can see it as a chart itself. You can see the position of the planets of D1 in the Navamsa to judge the beneficent or maleficent of any planet. I repeat, to see the beneficent or maleficent of any planet. As I used to say, that planets are not themselves the result givers. They are the indicators of the dasa where you will get the result. During the Buddha dasa, you will get this result. Why? Buddha might be owning some houses. Why Buddha is owning that houses? Don't go for that. Buddha is just an indicator which has divided your destiny into Lagna chart and your time as dasa. So that's what all about the planets. But till you see that the strength or the promise of your prarabdha or your destiny by planets only. So first check that. If you give a weight, say maximum weight you give to the seventh lord and the seventh house. If seventh house is not in Papakartari, if seventh house is not occupied by bitter malefics like Mars and Saturn, yes, bitter malefics, Sun is cannot be confined as a bitter malefic like Saturn and Mars, or aspected by them. Seventh Lord in Dusthana says 6, 8, 12. Anyway, if seventh Lord is posited in the sixth house, it has moved 12 from itself, which is not a good sign. Karaka, Venus and Moon, where they are posited, not in those sthanas. Well, Upachaya, you can take to some extent like 11th house if any planet is moving, or even like 3, 6, 10, 11. Stay in 11 if the planets are posited, that can be good. Considered, that's good. So, Kendra Trikona placement, good. Do not look for the strengths. For strength, directly go for Sadabha. So, where they are posited, that indicates the maleficent and beneficent, whether that prarabdha is going to give you the good result or bad result, or whether that is a punya you have earned, or that is a papa or sin you have incurred. Okay, so what is the intensity that can be seen from the sarva? Seventh lord is afflicted, but Bhava is not afflicted. Karaka are also well placed, say Venus and Moon. Till we say yes, chances of marriage or marital pleasure are less. So you give weight, give maximum weight to the seventh house and seventh lord, then give the weight to the Karaka like Venus and Moon. Technically, if we are going for arranged marriage, Venus is a little more Karaka than Moon. Love marriage is via Moon, technically. Because what happens? You see the bridegrooms, the bride, their social status, their finance. So arranged marriage character is Venus. This is just, you can say, this is recent research which is very factual too. A love marriage, Moon. Well, all the love affairs may not culminate in marriage, that you know, because love is from fifth house while marriage is from seventh house. Once you check it, please check it in both the charts. Boy chart is saying average marriage life. Girl's chart is saying is a kind of denial of marriage. You don't go for this marriage matching. If you see the marriage matching, you will find that marriage matching may come true. Marriage matching is nothing but, yes, you can also find the physical or the conjugal compatibilities by Yoni Melaka, but till then, it is like the personality matching. So, two friends, they can stay together. Sorry, they can live together. But when they come to stay together, there they find their flaws and other things. So that is why often the love does not convert to a successful marriage. Because when we come together, we see their compatibility issues are there. But anyway, to match that compatibility issues, there is the marriage matching. But whether there is a chance of this marital pleasure, we will go for that. That is seventh house and seventh lord. So seventh house, seventh lord, Karaka, good. Then you go for matching. Good means both boys and girls. Both them are average also. You can go for the next step, which is known as matching. Now, matching is also average. Fine. Then you go for the dasha. Marriage should not take place during the malefic dasha. Sixth Lord dasha is going on. You are inviting conflicts, legal conflicts also. Hmm. Similarly, 12th Lord dasha is going on. That person will try to move away from the home. 12th Lord. So you just check that whether the right dasha is going on or not. So now you can see how easily marriage is getting matched, resulting in separation so soon. So now, as separations are rampant, I'm not going to the reasons and the rationality, the legal perspectives behind that. But we were just, if you go for statistics, then of course, separation cases are rising. So, well, I don't have any official statistics. I am saying it from my observation. During my parents' days, the divorces were not that much rampant, but now they are rampant. But till I don't have any official statistics which I can produce before you, I think that you will agree to this that separation is increasing. What is the percentage? What is the rate of increment? So many statisticians or social experts will come. They may say that Sir is saying like that. No, don't get into that. I am saying that separation is increasing. So what we should do is please see for the marriage house, that is seventh house, seventh lord, the karaka. Now answer to once you wish that these people have got to some extent a average pleasurable marital life, next you move to the matching. In fact, next you can go for dasa also. If dasa is not arrived, then anyway marriage is not going to happen. The boys and girl should have the conducive dasa. Then there should be a matching of marriage. If these things can be done, then personally, the probability of separation or marital separations will be less astrologically. So, as an astrologer, we will not say that it is your culture, it is your social uh, sanskara. Well, those things are fine, but astrologically, you should look how the prarabdha is working for that guy. And additionally, you can check the Mangala dosa, known as Kujja dosa, Bishakanya dosa, Additionally, you can check. However, you can also take Bishakanya as a Bisha Yoga and check in both the horoscope. You have to consider the planets, the tithi of birth, like that, and see whether any Bisha Yoga is getting formed in the chart. But this is the highly ancillary side. Mangal those you should take, though in classics, Kujja dosa or Mangal dosa, the person having that is known as Mangalik, not implying the separation of marriage, the death of the spouse, and earlier it was only seen in case of females. So, because we used to value our life more, our life means the male's life in a patriarchal family, which is absolutely irrational. So now you can look for both the chart, whether Mangal dosh is there or not. But it indicates, theoretically, it indicates loss of the spouse. So this is one kind of indicator of the yoga for widow or widower, but not separation of marriage. It can be if Mars is posited in seventh house or Lagna to some extent in the fourth house. Mars, the Karaka for fighting, seventh house, fighting with spouse. Lagna, that person will be fighting, aggressive in nature. Fourth house is the home. The homely environment will be aggressive behavior you will find. So suavity to look into horoscope. So if any astrologers or the learners of astrology will look into these things, then the probability of separation will be lessened. So uh, the persons or the laymen, those who visit astrologer, and finally they say, "Sir, we have consulted astrologer, but after a Rajayotaka marriage ended in divorce." I'm not belittling any astrologer. I'm saying any astrologer should now change because it is written in the classic that we have to go for matching. But these things are not very carefully mentioned. So any astrologer should look for this thing first. The seventh house, seventh lord, Karaka for marriage, Navamsa, then adequate dasha, then the marriage matching. Additionally, Kujja dosa. Okay. So this is thing where I'm saying separation of marriage. Okay, will be uh, happen if you don't carefully see the horoscope. Let's discuss few planetary placements. Just for example, seventh house is occupied by Rahu. Seventh house is occupied by Rahu in either of the chart. No, Rahu malefic, not good for marriage. Normally people say. Personally, theoretical also it is not true. Rahu is the Karaka for bed pleasure. Rahu is the Karaka for travel. So the so-called concept of honeymoon, conjugal relationship is the Karaka that is for Rahu. Rahu is the Karaka for manipulation. Management too. Marital life that is necessary. If you become quite stubborn, then you may end up in conflict. You must know how to manage things. That's why Rahu in the seventh, good conditions apply. You have to see seventh house, seventh lord, Karaka, but just an example. Similar case, Sunny is there. Similar case, Sunny is there. Sunny is the Karaka of conflict, verbal conflict. Saturn is the Karaka for verbal conflict. Mars is the karaka for physical fight. Ketu is the karaka for fight with weapons. That is why if you see for armed personals, those who carry those guns and other things, Ketu. Police personnel with sticks, Mars. Saturn, you can say lawyer, argument. Now Saturn in the seventh house, argument, but Saturn is also the karaka for lingering, longevity, slow. May not be marriage end in that kind of condition, but there will be conflict. So this kind of things one astrologer must able to say to both the boy and girl. It should always be recommended that the boy side they should go to the same astrologer where the girl side are going. Why I am saying so? Astrology, being the predictive astrology, is a thing where uncertainties are there, probability, and that probability increases depending on the personal strength of any astrologer. That's why I say, sir, they vary. Yes, they will vary. Doctors differ, astrologers differ more. Okay, so you visit one astrologer, or even the boy side, girl side, they can visit to single astrologer to get these things verified. Only marriage matching. So how many things we find here? First evaluate the seventh house, seventh lord, the karaka. Give it 1%. Then you go for the evaluation of the dasa. Give it 1%. Then you go for the evaluation of this mangal dos. Give it 1%. Then you go for this matching. Give it 1%. So there are four things you have to see. So now in holistic approach, so in total, what is the percentage of this matching? Only 25%. So if you do 25% matching and find out that the marriage is going to be successful or not, even if it is successful, I wish it will successful. But till then, the approach is wrong. So you have to look for the seventh house, the seventh lord, then go for the dasa, then look for the Kujjadosa and other Bisha yogas or dosa, whatever you say. Then you can see the go for the matching. So marriage matching should be the last stage Shiva of this marital astrology. So now you all are clear. Why, despite the marriage matching delivering a very good matching percentage, still resulting in separation in marriage? Because astrologically we are skipping many facts. Any divorcee chart you take, you will see things will be there. Now, if you say, is it possible to get all those things? You try for it. Don't go for possible or impossible, but you first try for it. Any boy or girl looking for arranged marriage, they must look for these things. Seventh house, seventh lord, this Karaka, then their Kujjadosa, Dasa, other things. Those who are into the already into love affairs, planning for marriage, I understand the rationality behind that. It will also be irrational to commit somebody and ultimately not marrying him or her. There it is okay, but despite if it is possible, you can look into these things, then the success rate or the longevity of marriage can be well decided. Okay. Any divorcee chart you can pick off and see. These things will be you can easily find. There will be problem with the seventh lord or karaka like that. Even though it is very rare to get this kind of combination, even that is good, you will find problem in matching. If in dasha is good, you will saying then the seventh lord is not good. You have to go step by step. Actually, first look for the seventh lord and seventh house. If it is okay, then move to the other, yogas like Mangala dosa, Visha dosa. If it is okay, then you go for the dasa. What is the dasa going on? If it is okay, then go for the matching. It is actually in this ascending order. You have to go. If this is okay, then you move to the second step. So if you find that yes, if seventh everything is okay, but there is a very strong mangalic dose. So similarly, but if all of them are giving an average things, we can say that marriage is still sustainable. Average seventh house, seventh lord, mangalic is not there, but little indication of other visadosa. Even dasa, even if it are not the dasa of the trikona lord, but in some kendra lord is going on. Marriage matching even not happening to 75%. If it is going for 70% too, then you can see that we can recommend the marriage. Okay, so this is the reason why uh, we, the astrologers, sometimes fail to predict the longevity of marriage. Not all. I must say there are many Suev astrologers, though I consider myself the least knowledgeable person, but whatever I have, I say this. I try to work upon it. So that is the point I wanted to make today, and that marriage are made in heaven and they are broken in the court of law. This saying is now going in. So in India, we don't have that kind of concept. You worship Lord Rama, see the example. You worship Krishna, see the example. So, uh, you know, consorts are here in our case. They say, Sat Janam ki Sathi. So, divorce was never being a part of our Hindu culture. I do not know where it come, why it come, how it come, but till then I say, heaven's sake, if you want to break any house, why to make it? If anyway you were planning to go for separation is something there, then why should you go for marriage? Okay, so it is all about the social media. You can say no inadjustability or intolerance between these two people, leading to dismantlement of this institution, of this sacred institution. Marriage is a social license. A social license. So never think of this thing should happen. But apart from that, astrologically, these are the clues should be pondered upon before reaching any conclusion regarding marriage or divorce. So it's a long video, no problem. I always say that whenever I feel like I'll go on saying, you can skip, you can pause, whatever. So if you like my views, please subscribe the channel. That is one of the requirements by YouTube. If you dislike it, you also full right to dislike, give negative comments. I more appreciate the negative comments compared to positive, because negative comments, if very carefully given, negative comments, if very carefully given, will always lead to the improvement of the person. Okay, so always welcome. But still, if you like, you can subscribe the channel. If you want to consult me, you can find my details, how to reach me in my channel's profile. If you want me to speak on some topic, please put it in comment box. so that we'll discuss that matter. Please do not try to become your own astrologer after listening to me. Many people, they after listening to me, they try to become their own astrologer. They try to evaluate their own horoscope because software is there, so they will try to put my principle into that. Never do that. Never try to become your own doctor. You will kill yourself before the Yama comes. So that is very horrible. So always consult the professional astrologer for any kind of consultation. Follow his or her advice. Okay, and the purpose of this video is not for self marketing. Purpose of this video is for your information. That many of you have the doubts that even if marriage matching is 90%, why marriages are getting separated, and the reasons are precisely due to this. So that's all for today. Thanks for listening me. I will try to make video and upload them regularly as I find my time. And God bless you all. Now, Om Namah Shivaya.